Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a 3 versus 3 on Colombelles, and in this one I'm going to be playing with the 352nd. Today we are going to be playing with Afghanistan and Mifuyu on our team, who are playing with the 16th Luftwaffe and 12th SS Panzer. And on the Allied side, we have Theoman 222, Studsy, and No Spy, who are playing the 3rd Armoured, 1st Panzerner, and Guards Armoured, which is actually a pretty tough matchup for us based on the divisions that we have. It's going to be very much up to Mifuyu in the centre to really cover things off with the Firefly early on, whilst myself and Afghanistan kind of try and maintain control of the left and right side, which should be relatively easy to do based on our divisions being stronger in the sort of confined urban areas than the opposing divisions. But that's not the end of it really, because the 1st Panzer are very good for contesting this factory. The Guards Armoured can also put on a lot of pressure with the use of things like Stuarts at close range, but since the countdown's going, we should probably place down some troops. So we're going to go for a bunch of anti-tank first. I'll put Panzerschreck in the mid, we'll put probably 2 in the factory, we'll put 1 on the left side here, Panzerschreck that is, and I'll probably have a Pack 40 on this left side as well. I'm not sure how far up I really want to throw it, but yeah, we'll see. I might just put it here, for example. I think that's probably a good idea, because then I can cover the right side of the factory as well. So that's fine. Let's make sure the Panzerschreck goes up to here. I could also have a Panzerschreck just cover the left side here as well, just in case. The main thing I'm worried about is rushes, so that's why I'm covering off with Panzerschrecks everywhere. Because all of these divisions can certainly put on a lot of pressure early on if you're not too careful. Then we're going to need Panzer or normal grenadiers for the factory. Go for 3 units. I'll put 2 into the factory itself. 1 there. We're going to need the command to go with those. I'm also going to need the command to go with the Pack 40, so we'll put 1 of those there. It's okay so far. Then I'll just throw some Ostropen into the open on the left side. Occupy that building. I'll probably occupy the building over here as well. This hangar building near the docks. Okay, and then potentially an IG and a Panzer 35 is what I'm thinking. We can have the IG to help engage infantry in the factory. Not sure exactly where I would deploy that though. Maybe we just go for some recon to cover, say, the left side here, and then the tank to go with it, and that can go straight into the factory. Lovely. Let's tuck all these up. We've got 3 seconds left, and we're off. Okay, just about made it. Bit of a rush, but we got there. Now my Panzerschreck won't be holding this right side, so I'm probably going to have to bring up an Ostropen or something there. But it may bait a unit to come down this road, which is often something people will try if they see the front line falling forwards here. And then my Panzerschreck can clean that up if it hits the mark. Since none of these Panzerschreck squads actually have any veterancy, it's kind of tough sometimes. I'm actually going to push this the whole way across into this tree line here. Right, and if I can push forwards with the Ostropen, then I may as well. Right, we'll just have the Fusiliers unload and run. Might try and sneak up the Panzerschreck a bit more. And these guys can unload and get into position. We just need to push them through the factory as soon as possible. And then we can bring in a couple more units of Ostropen just to back us up if anything goes wrong. Just going to put these on return fire so we don't engage across the open. And then I'm going to bring in another unit of Fusiliers. Move the Panzerstreck forward so I can get it into a position if I need to. Good. Okay, we'll open up there, that's fine. And I'll have the tank move through. There's a lot of units attacking us there. So I'm not going to push it for now. But we've managed to get a little bit of land grabbing going on. They're going to try and push across then. That's just greedy. And melt them. I can also move forwards the Panzerstreck. Hello AEC. You're now dead. I'm not sure why too many people are a fan of the AEC. I don't think it's a very good vehicle. But with that engagement complete, well, I have the advantage, so I can push across here. I've already got more units coming in, so we should be able to push quite aggressively, actually. Yeah, taking out that AEC is a lot of points early on. It really is. The only issue that I have is that my units aren't great at close range, so I probably should invest in a mortar so that I can pin down units. But on this left side, I can probably make some more ground as well. Let's do that. Let's bring in the mortar. We'll have these units push forwards aggressively. And have the tank attack move to the right side. Got to be a little bit careful of the motorized rifles with their Piat. But so far so good. We've managed to basically take control of the factory. I can take out the Willys MMG, no problem. I think we're even in range to grenade that. Yeah, so it's dead. And that's going to open up quite a lot of ground for us. A little bit of lag. That's not good, but we should be okay. I just need to make sure that my Grandführer move up, and we'll bring up another unit of Grandführer just to make sure. Is that the Piat? Or maybe it's command actually. No, it's recon, okay. I might be able to engage the Crusader AA, so we'll try and push for that. Tempted to try and move forwards my Pack 40 on this left side, so we'll do that as well. Forwards these guys, move forwards the Panzerstreck. Since the recon's now dead. Okay. A little bit concerned about these Osttruppen. We'll let them attack for the time being until my Fusiliers get there. The Fusiliers are actually much better at close range than the Osttruppen are. They have the 6 HE with their 2 MP40s, so we can do more damage with those, clean up the motorized rifles and the because those Grenadiers also in trouble, so I'm just going to try and move them across if I can, although they might die. Yeah, they will die. It's okay. Crusader AA is going to get into cover. And we're now in a pretty good position. I've got my mortar here. I'm going to move that forwards. I need to make sure that my Grandführer keep moving up. And these guys need to move up as well. So we've got control of the factory, which is a good start. Now I just need to make sure that I secure this position. I've only got the Pack 40 ready to engage at the 1,200 meter range for the time being. We have spotted an AT gun there, so let's just give that as the target. Then breaking out of the factory will be really reliant on maybe the Marders, so that's what I'm probably going to bring in next. I could maybe bring in a couple of Panzerjägers, but I don't think I really want to waste any points onto those. So I'll just start investing in some AA to sort of shore up my defenses here. So yeah, we're going to take it easy. Hopefully our teammates can also get some work done. Looks like Afghanistan's suffering to enemy RT at the moment. That must be quite annoying. Trying to use the Flak 36 here in the FKs, but they seem to be under a lot of pressure. Let's try and make some ground on the left side with the Osttruppen. I can easily replace those, and I have the extra points to spend, so That's no trouble, and we will also bring in an IG on that side. And what I might even be able to do is get a shot onto the Humber Mark IV. But since I have points, we'll bring in another Grenfjorder. Actually, we don't need that Grenfjorder. Let's move this one back. Move the Panzer 40 to the right side. Should probably try and get this Panzerschreck up a bit further, just in case we do come under more pressure on the right side here. Because it's very good opportunity for them to push through here. I'm not too careful. Right, that AT gun took literally no damage, which is unfortunate. Forward that Panzerschreck on this left side. Keep trying to make ground. It's not like actually that much of a secured win so far for us. Let's try and get back into the next building if I can. We might end up getting pinned down in the open there. Would suck, but here's what it is. We can use the mortar to help pin these down. Try and bait them to follow us if we can. The mortar's going to be coming down soon, so we will pin them. Stuart's looking for the attack. Okay, there we go. Got the surrender. Theory. Yeah, there we go. Phew. Right, that's the last shot coming in. Hopefully that doesn't pin my own Ostrippen. It hasn't. That's good. Let's move back the Panzer 35 here. Okay, the motorized rifles are going to get away for the time being. So we'll jump those out, put them on return fire, push it back in. And they should be hidden soon. There we go. Right. So far so good. Looks like this fight on the right side here with Afghanistan is very difficult at the moment for him. We can definitely back him up with like a Jagdpanther at some point, but not for the time being. I just need to wait until Phase B arrives. That's really what I'm relying on here at this moment in time. Gonna unload that MG short, unload these guys. We did actually manage to make a bit of ground here, so I'm tempted to try and go for that. We'll move forwards the Panzerschreck on the left side, we'll push with the Ostrippen. Looks like we've been given a little bit of ground to work with. We'll bring in some Fusiliers on this left side. Okay. Good. We can actually have Panzer 40 move back. And if he's going to try and push down this road, we'll just bring in a Panzerjäger to cut things off there. Need to try and get the Panzerschreck up if I can. If I can get the AT onto that, we should be good. There we go. They're surrendered maybe. Or are they just dead? Okay, they're just dead. It's fine. Right, now we need to get the mortar to attack that motorized rifle. Good. Time for the Marders to come in. But we're going to have to use the push off, so I might just bring one, maybe both of them onto that right side, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, damn it. That wasn't good. Mistimed that. Yeah, let's put a couple shots onto the 6-pounder there. Move forwards with the Panzerschreck. I think that's probably the best bet. Try and move the Panzerschreck to kill the half-track. That's not going to work. Just got to be very careful with how we go about this. I can open up the Ostropen on the right flank. That's fine. Okay, all good. And a lot of the infantry has been taken care of, so that's alright. Okay, we're doing alright. Just need to get pioneers in actually. Do that. Get a couple grenadiers in here as well. I could go for ersatz, but no, we're not going to do ersatz just yet. The ersatz are really good for if we make ground past the factory. What I should do, go here and then push attack through there. Should be able to grenade these. There we go. Job done. Let's just remain behind the building for the time being. Try not to reveal those. Marder's got a shot through, which is good. Internal fragments. Let's now move aggressively with the Marder. Move the MG forwards as well, since that no longer has to worry about this unit as well. What other units could we sneakily attack? I don't think there are too many more. Have a shot onto the M5A1, that's good. Oh, that's an AT gun I need to take care of. Ammo storage hit onto that Marder. An engine destroyer on the left side, onto the Cromwell. I'm playing this like super defensively. It's kind of fun actually. Dingo is that's 6-pounder dead. This is really fun. I'm enjoying this. Not often you have to play from like a defensive position like this, but like I mentioned, I was waiting for the Marders to come in for such a long time that now I can actually do something. I don't think I can hit that Crusader. And continue to move up on this right side. I've just got to be careful of this flank. Okay, I guess I could bring in... I could move forwards the Panzerjäger. I could bring in another Marder there. MG's going to wipe out those guys. And these pioneers will rip apart any infantry that tries to push into the factory. I think the best bet for like no spy here would be to almost try not to sod me. That's not fair. Okay, well that's a dead Marder. Yeah. It's something that you actually can do, to be very, very aggressive with those sods. But anyway, what I was saying was the Guards Armoured can be very aggressive on like the terrain to the left and right side of the factory. I don't think he needs to own the factory in order to make ground, right? So that's something. Let's maybe bring in a couple of 88s. And we'll bring in the SDKFZ-72. Then I'm going to have to make sure that I've got another Marder on the field. There is one on the way here, but it's taking its sweet time. Yeah, next thing I'm going to purchase is the SDKFZ-72. Swap these around. Do need some command on this left side, actually. I'm not sure if it's going to get there, though. That's the trouble. And that Cromwell getting very aggressive. It's just bouncing all the shots. Where's it going? It's showing side armor now. Engine destroy. That's just a miss micro. And it's dead. And that was a big mistake. And we've got the Grenadiers here for the Panzerfaust as well, since the Fusiliers have used up all of their ammunition. I could actually have the Fusiliers move into these couple trees here, quite aggressively. We need the Pioneers to have a building, so we'll put them in a building. That's a good idea. Did I bring in the SDKFZ? No, I didn't. Let's bring in one of those. Right, then I'll be looking for a Ju-87G strike, maybe buy the Focke-Wulf as well. But these 88s, the idea of unloading them so close to the edge of the factory is that I'll be able to just pop things. And then really just make an infantry push off of that. We'll have to wait and see if that actually comes to fruition. That Panzer doesn't actually have any ammo. That's not good. And once again, units taking a beating. I need to make sure my Grenadier come over there actually. I don't have any command to assist those at the moment. Oh, where's that going? Holy shit. I have the SDKFZ move away. Holy crap. Alright, good. Phew! That could have gone very bad. This Vickers HMG. Alright, now's the time to push forwards aggressively. There is literally nothing they can do about that. I'll make sure that has command. Move these forwards. That Panzerschreck can actually just walk back and get supply off the Oberblitz. Why not? Okay, now it's time to bring in the Ersatztruppen. So this is where Ersatztruppen really come in handy. Because they can march across the open ground, you don't have to worry about them dying. Move up this Pack 40 on the left side. Move up the Panzerschreck. We actually haven't lost many units at all. So this is really good. Okay, the Panzer 35 went down, just as I said that. Sad times. Okay. Artillery does suck in this position. Like, against us. So, like, this Flak 41 being mortared or hit by something is kind of annoying. Interesting choice of aircraft. Not going to be able to bomb my Flak 88, thank you very much. I think he already had it available, so there we go. Afghanistan now coming in with the H-29 takes out the mortar carrier. I think the best bet though would to be use that in the centre where the breakthrough is coming here. I will make sure to hit the half-track and the M4A1. I'll hit the half-track because it will pin down the infantry. And then I'll hit the M4A1 afterwards. Okay, we'll just hit the M4A1. So then it doesn't have to engage the Tiger at close range. Fine. Okay, this is a bit tragic. Just fly into this. Okay, there we go. Saved. Oh no, unless the AA can't make that fall back. Oh no, it's tragic. Okay, never mind. The Tempest should fly over a second time. Phew. We are good. Alright, let's push forwards here. Push forwards here. Have the half tracks push forwards, the SDKFZs. Let's unload them. Fine. Here we go. Not going to move my units out of the factory too aggressively, just in case this goes tits up. But we're making ground at the moment. Lovely. And our opponent has surrendered. Job done. Okay. Right, those guys can unload. They're in position. These guys can unload. They're not going to get any further than they already are. We'll unload these guys. This has been a rather amusing game. Let's make sure those don't die unnecessarily. Found another AT gun on the left side, so we'll attack that. And we now have the bombers available. Maybe we can bomb this left side. It looks like the AI is just going to throw those units at us. Right side's really falling apart. That sucks. Maybe come in with a Focke-Wulf, shoot down the Hurricane. There ain't much AA on that left side. I guess there's the Crusader AAs. I don't know. We'll bring in some support here. A Marder will do. We also need some AA on that side as well. And those guys need to fall back. Bring the JU in on this left side. We'll kill the Crusader AA, that's fine. I'm not sure we're going to hold this ground. Maybe we will, I'm not sure. I'm going to need probably the Grenadiers in order to hold it, so we'll push with those. And I'll move forwards the 88s more aggressively as well. Yeah, that's fine. Take out that. Thank you very much. And I'll have him leave for now. Right, now I'm going to focus a little more on this right side. I'm going to bring in the Mobile Falcon because we need some AA here to stop the Hurricanes. And on this left side we have a really, really nice position. That artillery kind of sucks. The AI is counter-battering us. God damn. That's tragic. Right, M3 gun should be dead. Let's just chase it. Good. Put some pressure onto these Cromwells. I'm not sure if there's AT guns there. Well, I guess we'll find out. I could use a couple of Grenadiers on this left side actually. So let's move those in. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, this is relatively good. Might need to bring in some command on this right side, but there goes one of the Cromwells. Those Cromwells are putting a beating actually onto Afghanistan's 88s. So we're kind of needed here to make this work. I'll bring in a Jagdpanther, I think. That'll just make it very, very difficult. Make sure my command moves up aggressively. Same deal on this right side. I think I took out another Cromwell there. Yeah, I did. Studsy is losing his units. 1,200 meter range, just can't deal with that. Okay, now's the time to move forwards a bit more with the units that are left behind. We'll start to do that. These grenadiers will have to retreat for the time being. And I'm tempted to move this Pack 40 to defend the left flank, since there are a bunch of units coming down on that side. Make sure that my Panzertruck stays out of line of sight. And moving them forwards now is a bit risky, but yeah, maybe they'll come into range. Get out of line of sight. Okay, good. Okay, bring in the Jagdpanther on the right side. The man has surrendered, so that's good. We took out the Firefly. Yes! My Marder has actually prevailed on that right side. What an absolute champion. Wow. This good old Marder. I used to play a game called Panzer Elite on PS1. The Marder 2 was one of my favourite vehicles. I loved it. I don't know why. I just really enjoyed playing with it. And in this game, has done very well indeed. I'm not sure we're going to be fast enough to catch up to a Mustang. Okay. Yeah, this has been awesome on this left side. I've had a lot of fun doing this. Yeah, down. Marder's in a pretty decent position here. Pack 40's got the better of the Cromwell 5. Again, I think the AI throws at us on the left flank is null and void right now, because it's very difficult for the AI to push onto an entrenched position, I found. Like, they're very bad when they have to be like aggressive. Or not necessarily aggressive. I think the AI is generally quite aggressive, but when they need to be more methodical and break down a defense, it's very difficult for the AI to do that, because they have to focus on so many different areas. And at this point, I mean, I'm well entrenched as the 352nd right now, so there is that. I'm going to bring in some infantry for this right side, and maybe we can make a bit more ground. All this lot has been pinned. Move forwards the AA a little bit more, so that we can catch any Spitfires before they drop their bombs rather than afterwards. Can we get line of sight onto that Sexton at any point? Guess we can try. Right, the Panther came in on the left side. The job done there. Move forwards the Opel Blitz. And this Pack 40, I think I'll just fall it back to this location. Grenadiers need to keep pushing up there. How long we got left until we win? 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Having got this far up on the left side, pretty good. I think No Spy could have maybe focused on attacking the flanks of the factory rather than the factory directly itself. Probably the biggest difference, I think, would have been good for the opposing side. Let's just push forwards the Pack 40 aggressively, why not? See if we can get a few more kills here and there. The 17-pounder is trying to take out the Fell Panther at the moment. Struggling to do so. Right, now time for the infantry. Grenadier time! Take back this ground. Do I have any other cheap units I can throw in? We'll try throw in the Grenadiers and the Ostropen as well. Why not? Okay, that's fine. And carry on. Keep calm and carry on, boys. Right, we're currently taking out the command infantry on the right flank. That's a Crusader AA under fire. Move forwards the Jagdpanther. On this side, maybe we can pick off these Cromwells. The artillery is pinpoint on my AA. It's ridiculous. I could probably also use the Ju-87 on this side, actually. That's the Tempest down. Maybe we can bring this across. Kill the Jumbo there. How am my infantry doing? Not too well. I'm taking a lot of damage. I surrendered one. I'll have all these fall back, why not? Did I kill that? No, I didn't. Oh, bailed out the command. Okay. Maybe throw in some more units on this right flank, why not? Ooh. Yeah, don't do that, please. Almost side shot my Jagdpanther there. Let's keep pushing. Have these Ostropen actually try and run up on this left side. I have the command stay with the Jagdpanther. Attack move up these tree lines. Have the back 40 move up. Keep the Grenadier with the Grenadiers. I'll continue to make that push on the left side. Let's turn off the HE on the main gun. I want to engage that Firefly if I can. Move forwards more aggressively here. Maybe I can get onto the Firefly. I wonder. Okay, let's just get into that building like so. Not quite what's happening on this left side, but we'll just bring in a couple of Grenadiers there. Jagdpanther being taken on by a 17-pounder. Should win that engagement. I reloaded very quickly. Still under fire from the 17-pounder. My Jagdpanther apparently wants to just ignore it. We'll take this town back. Do it. Unfortunately, that AA Not going to be enough. And maybe we'll take down the Hurricane this time. Turn the HE back on. Take out that AT gun. Nice. Good interception. So although like half of this game has just been like AI, I've actually had like a lot of fun in the early game, specifically with that whole like defensive scenario and then continued push in the late game. Like that was really, really fun. There's the Jagdpanther taking over the road. That's the end of the game. We're going to have a crazy KD on this one, I feel. 34 minutes and 22 seconds. Let's have a look. 4,290 kills to 665 losses. What a beautiful game, guys, with the 352nd. I actually played this division because it was another one that was in the same comment as the previous video, where I was asked to play the 116th. I played the 352nd because it's a division that I don't particularly get on with very often. But in this game, it went pretty well. We managed to control the factory early on, and No Spies had a really hard time pushing back. The Oman couldn't quite break through the 12th SS, and at the end of the day, Afghanistan did get pushed back, but not enough that it collapsed the entire right flank, which was good. Studsy did a really good job with those Cromwell 6s, I think, dismantling the 16th Luftwaffe. The real big threat to the 16th Luftwaffe, those Cromwells, especially if they get that open range engagement. So Panzerschreck took out that AEC Mark III. We had the Fusiliers do quite well as well. The Fusiliers are really good at close range early on. They have the 8 HE, which matches up to the motorized rifles quite well. Whereas your Grenadiers, they only have 5 HE at close range, and you don't have any Pioneers in Phase A, so you have to wait until the Pioneers in Phase B. 120mm mortar, taking out those expanders is really good. That really helped me out throughout the game, honestly. Sometimes I focus on more artillery with the 352nd, but I think that mortar is all I needed. The Marder 2s, they did really well. I had a lot of fun with those Marder 2s in this game. Pack 40 taking out the Cromwell 5s there and the Cromwell 4. This was on the left side. I think a lot of these kills, though, later on definitely come from the fact that the AI was just kind of charging them in. Did have a couple of nice kills from the Ju-87, that's for sure. And then this was the Marder 2 on the right side that came in and cleaned up both of those Cromwell 6s and then won the firefight against the Firefly 1C. Beautiful stuff. Focke-Wulf shooting down plenty of planes. These 2-star Focke-Wulfs are really, really scary. Then on the right side, my Jagdpanther only ended up killing up a Crusader AA Mark II. That's very disappointing. But the other Jagdpanther took out plenty on the left side because of the AI, once again. Throughout the game, that sod move was actually really, really funny. These sods can be scary if you like charge them towards units because they can fire on the move and they have the Piet. And the Piet, like although it's known for being inaccurate, because it has 2-star veterancy, it still has a very good chance to kill, and it's always a one-shot kill if it hits the mark. Well, saying that, that's a lie. They can bounce, I have seen them bounce before, but more often than not, they will just one-shot kill. And thus, in certain situations, these sods rushing units, like, I don't know, for example, like a King Tiger, you never know, you might get the kill. Although, in the front armor, a Piet's very likely to bounce off a King Tiger because it's 22. But there we go. If you killed a sod, or if you killed a King Tiger with a sod before, let me know. I don't think I know anyone who has. If you can prove it to me, that is. I'd love to see that. Once upon a time, I was going to do a competition, like first person, to prove that they killed a King Tiger with a sod bot, like win like a prize. Like that would have been really funny. But then I worried about how you could validate it, and so I kind of didn't do it in the end, but there we go. Fun times. Really, really awesome game. I had a lot of fun with that one, especially with a division that is generally not too great at the moment. That's it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.